how it works for you and give it 3 months. So let's open it up to questions. Yes?
Yeah, I have kind of a simple question. I'm kind of into the challenge. Not even positive for the blog is. One of you fellows was talking about starting a blog and you're getting 700,000 people to look at your site or something?
Can you repeat the questions, by the way, as they go?
Yes, he said getting 700 questions to the site. How
700,000.
700,000. I'm sorry. Ooh, how you did that? I don't remember who had.
Who has
named that.
700,000?
I think you said 700, or
It was about the Twitter.
aggregating
Right.
You had
followers before you
700
publish
followers on
content.
Twitter, I think.
It was about 700 followers on Twitter, actually.
What I'm trying to find is how do I start a blog? How do I get people to come to my site? I guess is what it is.
Well, you have to have something to say. I'm sure you do, but yeah.
I'm just putting it out there like a note, and people may just randomly come across it.
Well,
No, are you in the real estate business?
I'm an architect.
Okay. Then what I would do first is I would go out, I'd go on to Google and I would find some architecture blogs and I would take a look at those. Then I would go to, I don't know the, yeah.
go on to Twitter and do. Twitter lets you. This is actually one of the most powerful features of Twitter. Sorry, to cut.
No, that's good.
Twitter lets you do real-time search for any keyword. So you can actually go onto Twitter, and this is the real power. I'm going to back up for a second. With Welcome At, for years we've done research on real estate video keywords. So whenever a story came up, we would go on to, through a Google News alert, we would go onto that story and contact the reporter. With Twitter, it allows you to, anytime that keyword comes up, for example, real estate video, or in your case, architecture, you can see who's tweeting and writing in real time about that particular keyword. And what that allows you to do is actually reach out not only to that, to maybe you can actually reach out directly to the person that wrote that tweet and communicate with them. So you can follow them. So what you start doing is following people that are writing about things that you're passionate about, right? They get an alert saying that so-and-so is following them. And over time, you possibly develop a rapport. From there, you have to kind of figure it out yourself. But Twitter's a great way to research keywords and find people that have like-minded interests in real estate, you name it.
And that's a good way to get followers, to actually start a blog. There's many, many free websites that you can go to just start a blog. And then that's what we do actually at our PR firm, is we would help you then market that blog to the right audience, get people talking about your blog in trade publications, on other blogs, things like that. So that's what we do as a PR firm that would be starting a blog.
What happened with my blog is that a lot of people, I reached out to Jonathan and let him know that I was doing a blog, and he put me on his blog roll, which is basically all the blogs he follows on his blog. So all the readers of his blog now knows that he reads True Gotham. And I would send any interesting blog post that I thought was interesting to Curbed, and they would pick it up. And then I would get readers from Curbed, which I didn't always want. But anyway, that's a whole nother panel. But you reach out to other people who have similar type blogs and let them know, look, I've just created this blog. I'd like you to check it out, see what I'm doing. And would you be interested in adding me to your blog roll if I put you on mine? And that's how it expands.
Yeah, and to take that further is that, what I notice is that what you'll see a burst of activity where you'll see people that just started up a blog. They'll go around the sort of universe of the, if it's about housing, they'll go around that universe and they'll provide a lot of comments on other people's blogs, and it has the link to their blog in it. So, the people, read the comment, click on the link and said, hey, I like that blog. And, I'll check it out, maybe start putting comments there or add it to my blog roll. So you almost, you go out and you interact with people of sort of, a similar interest, or just something that, you really like a blog and you're excited about it and you write about it. I have one guy that writes on my blog every day, like the Magna Carta.
He's in the back right now, actually.
Both of my blogs, and it just, yeah, it's not you, and every day, but he doesn't have a blog, so I can't connect to him. But you get this passion from people commenting, and I find that other bloggers are very passionate about commenting on what you do, and that's a good way to sort of network.
Just want to really quickly though, I mean, this I think is kind of an important point. Unless you're going to make a lot of money selling ads on your blog, which I don't recommend as a career choice instantly, I would say, especially since you're thinking about doing this from a business standpoint, like who's your audience? Presumably it would be people that could be your clients. Why not just email your blog post to them? Just write it up and then email it to your prospects and clients. And that would be a good way of just getting started. You really don't need the whole world to read your blog. You just need the people who might hire you as an architect to read your blog. So, you know, Joe Random, who's looking to buy a one-bedroom condo, may not be your partner, your clientele. That might not be your readership, but the developer who might be redoing that, you know, 8-story walk-up is. So that's almost how I would look at it that way, from a business marketing standpoint only.
I just had a question. I think one of the reasons for success is Will is that you're always one step ahead of the team in technology. You think, 2 years ago Twitter was, no one knew what it was. What do you think is the next big thing in technology for social blogging?
Second Life. Yeah, I'm actually thinking about starting to teach seminars on Second Life where I can actually charge money for my real estate advice. But I'm just newly exploring that. But I think that's going to be bigger.
He had asked what's next. Sorry, I don't know if everyone was able to hear that, but
he asked what's next, and I have no idea. But Second Life, go to secondlife.com. It's a 3D avatar world. And basically,
what an avatar is?
an avatar is a little cartoony looking computer character of yourself or any character you want to be. And the whole concept is that you can have a second life. And there are people who go on there who are architects or real estate brokers who, you know, on Second Life, they're strippers or they're car salesmen or they're, you know, race car drivers, or you can be whatever you want in Second Life. But I'm not telling yet.
That's the private
My
life.
name is Buzz Bohemian, though, if you want to check me out. But there are people who are actually, there are artists now who are performing on Second Life who are actually doing concerts at venues in this 3D world, and they're charging patrons to come in and watch. You can go to the Nike store in Second Life, and you have to pay for the Nike swoosh to place it on your avatar, and they're making money with this. There's a woman in China, I think it was China or Japan, who was the first millionaire from Second Life. And she made $1 million of US cash.
I think she was American, and she made it selling real estate.
No,
fantasy real estate.
I thought she was in Japan. I thought that's where she was. But
fascinating thing is she sold fantasy real estate.
She sold fantasy real estate, and people were buying islands from her, and it's fascinating. And there are all of these market studies about it, but I actually think it's going to be, bigger than some people do. That's all.
Anyone else have anything that they think is going to be next?
I think two things. One is eons, or actually niche social networking. I think that, you know, Facebook is enormous, and it's 175 million people or something and growing 1 million a day. And that's a big horizontal. But I think the vertical and the niche pieces of social networking where you pull people into more of a silo is going to be next to like Eons, which is for the 55 and older, the baby boomers. I think that's going to be have a big push. You know, my dad lives in all kinds of places and wants to connect with us, but I can't join for a while. And I think that also the mix between marrying traditional forms of marketing with and driving traffic to online is going to, there has to be a little more marriage. And right now it's a little cattywampus, so I think there's going to be some leveling out there.
Anyone else?
You can have mine. You can have both.
I'm obviously a little biased here, but I would say probably video marketing. Go figure. And I say that for a good reason. I don't mean necessarily videos of homes and properties, but actually local business owners and professionals using video to showcase their businesses and stories. You all have stories here. You all do a job or own a company, and the idea of you